Hey, Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny here with a free NFL pick for you. We're going to talk a little NFL season preview totals, and the team we're going to talk about today is the Indianapolis Colts. With me today to talk the Colts is Nick Earle from Earle Sports Bets, and we're going to talk a little Indianapolis Colts. You were high on them last year. Obviously, that didn't work out. This year, you going back to the well there, or what are we doing here? The Colt total, win total here for the Colts is 6.5. That's low. Take it away, Nick.
Yeah, I would prefer not talking about what the Colts did last year and what I thought they were going to do last year. We're going to put that behind us here. With that being said, 6.5, I think is a little too low, and I get it. People are going to be super low on the Colts. They did terrible last year. They were one of the worst teams in football last year. With that being said, I do like them over 6.5 wins here. I see them at least getting 7 wins, and it comes down to pretty plain and simple here. I think that their strength of schedule is favorable for them to get a decent amount of wins. They were a last place team last year. No, my bad. They were the second to last place team in their division. They were a third place team. Houston was below them. But this is a Colts team that is going to have a little bit lighter of a schedule. I mean, when we look at it, they get to play the entire NFC South. I think they can get a win against Carolina. They can beat Tampa Bay. Atlanta is going to be an interesting close game. And when we look at it, they also get the Rams this year, which I'm not particularly high on. They get the Texans twice, which I think they at least split, if not take both games. I think half of these wins, 3 to 4 of these wins, are going to come in division for the Colts. And winning at least one, if not both, against the Texans. I think they at least split against Tennessee. And I think they can split against Jacksonville. I'm not super high on Jacksonville this year. I know a lot of people have already basically written them in as the NFC or the AFC South champions, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm not completely sold. I know they have the Trevor Lawrence and all that, but I really like the Colts week 1, by the way. Here's a little bonus pick. I like the Colts money line week 1 against the Jaguars. But with that being said, I am looking at the over 6.5 here with the Colts. Whether it's Richardson or whether it's Minshew, I think Minshew is capable enough to give you a few wins to start the year, start off well. They have a really soft schedule to start the year with Jacksonville, which is tough, but then they get Houston, Baltimore, which is another tough one, but then LA and Tennessee. I think that they can win the first 3 of 5 games potentially. So I'm looking at this over here for the Colts, over 6.5.
I'll tell you what, I don't hate this. I'm looking at the record last year. They finished 4-12-1. They had the tie with the Texans. You push that to a win. That's could go either way. There's 5 right there. You're asking me to get to 7 wins for the over here. I think you get another one in the division. I'm also not that high on the Jaguars, like you mentioned. I think the Texans are the bottom of the barrel there, so they get that win there. I think they can. Their schedule is doable. Not to mention Gardner Minshew. They added Gardner Minshew, obviously, and Anthony Richardson. They drafted him. I think Minshew gets them a couple more wins here. I think Anthony Richardson, obviously, we know he's the future for them. I hope we don't see him this year, because if you see him this year, I don't think you get to the 7 wins. I think you need Gardner to take you there, and I think he can. Don't forget, if you're looking for Nick Earle and Earle Sports Bets premium plays, go over to picksandparlays.net. Use the promo code MLB. That'll save you 20% off the entire website over there. All their NFL packages coming up. Definitely get in on that. 20% off is a big deal. Use that promo code when you can. Till then, Nick, Earle Sports Bet says over 6.5 for the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to ride that train. Let's get on it. I'm with you. I'm in the car with you. Let's go. Till then, I'm Detroit Lenny, Picks and Parlays. Nick Earle, Earle Sports Bets. Good luck, unless you're against us, folks.